Hey Kevin, this is Luke with WSI Connect. Thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. As promised, I'm putting together a video with some recommendations around your website. Overall, it's got kind of a nice clean look to it. I really like this logo that you guys have developed, and it's always really important to have your phone number at the top of the page. One thing I would think about is the social media icons. There's not a ton of content on there. You don't have a ton of people interacting with that content. And we kind of think of these as escape routes, where if somebody clicks on Facebook, they may end up kind of forgetting why they're there and end up looking at pictures of puppies or something like that. So we actually pull these out of the header. You already have them down in your footer. So there's really no reason to have them up here and create these escape routes. And that's going to be kind of a common theme that I've noticed throughout your website. When I clicked on reviews here, I was looking for some client reviews, but instead you're linking out to all these different review sites. And a lot of these sites you don't have any reviews on. So same with like with Better Business Bureau or Google. You've got some great ones on Yelp. But Angie's List, this one's particularly problematic because you can see right here that the first thing that they ask for is, compare quotes from 3 electricians, right? So immediately you're giving your visitor, you're encouraging your visitor to look at your competitors, which is not something you want to do. So what you could do on this page is just kind of remove these logos and links and just copy over your positive reviews from Yelp, so that you have some good third-party validations of your services. And we've seen that just having those reviews on a review page directly helps increase conversion rates anyways. So there's no reason to have these on here. Another escape route here, we've got this Reader's Choice Award for 2017. This link goes to one of their pages. It doesn't have any information about the award that you won. So it's another way where people can get really distracted on this content. There's kind of another theme here that we see on the clients page. You've got a ton of different links to different clients here. So like if somebody comes down to your McDonald's one, this one just leads to a generic McDonald's page. It doesn't say anything about the work that you guys have done. So it's not any kind of real third-party validation by putting links out to them. So I would just yank out all of the links here. And if you have images you can include of the work that you've done, you can always do that on our work page. So this is a pretty good start to a gallery where you've got different pieces of work. It looks like your site, sometimes your site is a bit slow. But so I'm not sure how frequently you update this page, but this definitely has a lot of credibility, adds a lot of credibility to your website by just showing some pictures and listing out the businesses that they're associated to. You might think about getting some more residential ones in there because there was only one picture there. But that also brings me to kind of the way your site's structured around your services itself. So if I'm looking at this menu, this top menu is where we generally look to find all of the most important information about a business. And so if I'm looking for a commercial electrical contractor, I'm going to look in this top menu for that type of information. What I see is this lighting as a service. This is a little bit different than just kind of a general commercial electronic contractor page. If I scroll down a little bit, and a lot of the people you would have lost by now, because they generally don't scroll that much if they don't see what's in the menu that they want. But if I scroll down, I can see that you do have a dedicated commercial page, but this one is pretty specific to just commercial. It looks like it's just taking me back to your gallery actually. So what you would want here is just a dedicated page with content specific to commercial electrical contract work that you've done, and then a lot of content on the page with text and information all about the services that you offer and who you've worked with, right? And the reason we would like to get a lot of that information onto the page is it's really good for the visitor to really understand the services and your expertise, but it's also really good for Google as well. And so when I went to Google, I took a look at commercial electrical contractor, Roseville, California, and just to see kind of where you guys show up in these results. This would obviously be somebody who's searching for these kinds of services would generally be a pretty good fit for the services that you offer, just based on the context of the keyword search. And what we can see here is we've got this Google guaranteed section here where it's got your competitors. We've got this Google pay-per-click section here, or Google Ads section here with your competitors. We've got this Google Maps section here, which is tied to your Google My Business with your competitors. And then finally, you show up down here, and this points to your homepage where we would want this to point to a commercial related page. We would want them to land directly on a commercial page rather than your homepage, because we already know what they're looking for, but we don't need them to sort through all the information. Let's send them directly to what they need to find. So there's a few adjustments you could make to your page and some of the different SEO, search engine optimization techniques that you could utilize in order to get better performance out of your site. You probably do pretty well in Rockland, but you could do significantly better in Roseville for sure. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can just respond to the message on LinkedIn, or feel free to schedule some time. There's a link in my to my calendar below. Thank you.